SM Artist. Today we're doing another comic book haul. I do ask before we start if you would please subscribe. I'm trying to get this channel to at least 1,000 soon so we can do our nice big sign to give away. Thank you so much. Alright, so I didn't get a lot of books this period, but you know, it's what was out that I got, so. Alright, to start it off, we have a Nightwing number 60. I love this cover here. And at this point in the game, they're still dealing with the problem of having multiple people becoming like a Nightwing squad, essentially. It is interesting, but you know, there's a part of me that's wondering if this arc will wrap soon. Because the difference now is Dick Grayson is now kind of back to his old self. Well, he's back to wanting to be Nightwing at least. But the other guys still want to do their part too. Next we have Young Justice number 5. And this is Patrick Gleason's last Young Justice cover. And I guess he didn't even do the interiors here. He just got signed to be Marvel exclusive a week or two ago, I believe. So, he is finished at the DC universe. So it will be interesting to see what he does over there. I think his strongest suit is his ability to draw children, and he does a lot of really good like shadow work, like the heavy inking, things like that. He makes really dynamic images. So let's see, it looks like they've got quite a few people doing the art on this one. I know Chris Anka and I know Evan Doc Shaner. I don't know John Timms though. I thought this was an ad for a second. Oh, this is a cool splash here. Impulse was always my favorite in Young Justice, so he looks really good here. Next is Invaders number 5. Little Submariner cover here. This continues to be a solid book. And I really like the flashback sequences the most. It's Butch Geiss's art. I believe it still is, yeah. Yeah. And he'll be working on the Futurists soon. So I like that they have been keeping the same people creating on this title too. They have looks like it's mainstay artist for the modern, and then their main person for the flashbacks. So that's perfect. I'm excited for John Hickman's reset for the X-Men universe. Very interested to see what happens there. Next we have The Batman Who Laughs, number 5. This cover's odd how it has him in the all white. I wonder if there's a significance to that at all. This book has been definitely very crazy, which is the intent, I believe. I know in the previous issue, Batman put on one of these things. It's made of dark metal, so he said it could help him track the Batman Who Laughs, which is why he wore it, and Alfred was trying to pry it off of him. And then he's also been infected here, so he's trying to stave off that as well. Jeez, look at that. So that's the thing, every time I think I have everything figured out with this story, something else happens. And then you're just not quite sure what to think of it. And then Commissioner Gordon has been kidnapped by the Batman Who Laughs. And the Criminite here. Next we have Spawn 296. And this wasn't in my box the previous time, but I cannot promote this enough. Todd is doing the groundwork, basically 296. This is to catch you up on everything that's happened in all of Spawn history, from 296 up to 300, or 299, and then 300 will be, the development or whatever. But it's the history of Spawn. And the art is just phenomenal. Jason Sean Alexander is doing such great work, and imagery is very gritty and dynamic, and like I said a while back, it's setting up the visual for how the movie is gonna be. And you see, it's very text heavy here, but it is covering Spawn's entire history here. But it's doing it in a very, beautifully rendered way. So I cannot promote this enough. And then issue 300 will tie for longest running independent. Cerebus has that spot. And then issue 301, look at that, will be, Todd will take the lead for longest running independent comic. So it is comic book history, and I encourage all of you to jump on board. Big things are happening between this and the movie and all of that. Next is Detective Comics 1003. I'm assuming this is going to be a connecting cover. If it's not, I'll be surprised. So yeah, the Arkham Knight in this series is much different than the one in the game. This one is steeped in like medieval folklore, and they're all about basically stamping out the darkness with light. So, you know, Batman is the Dark Knight, and Arkham is a champion of the light. So, that puts him in direct opposition. The whole thing basically, he's like, Gotham has been in the dark for too long. We will shine the light on Gotham. Next we have Shredder in Hell number 3. In this issue, I believe Shredder is fighting himself, a more vicious version of himself, and just trying to get through it. I'm trying to remember who this character is here. The Kid Demon, I'm not sure. But, and I know the events of this book will definitely lead into Turtles number 100 when that comes out in a little while. So there's a lot of big things coming. I really love Sanluco's art. And he is working so hard on this. Like, this is supposed to be a monthly thing, but this one came out a little while later. Maybe even, I think this one came out 2 months after the other one. I'm not sure, I don't remember. It seems like I've been waiting a while though. But if you can see, like, his style in the previous Turtles comics he was in, it has grown. And he's really putting his best work on these pages. I think, if I remember, he's doing an ink wash over all this physically, and then someone else is going in after the fact and digitally adding the colors. I could be wrong, but I believe, because I've seen you can purchase some of his physical pages. They usually release for the issue after it comes out, and he's been promoting that. If you go on his Facebook, I'm sure you can find the link there. I don't have it memorized. It's not through him directly though. He has like an art broker. Let me see. So yeah, look him up, Mateus Sanluco, and I'm sure you'll see a link there. But good stuff and a lot of great things to come. And like I said, my favorite modern Turtles artist. He's phenomenal. Next is Superman 11. In the past couple issues I've read, it changed my mind about this series. I was really ticked off with Superboy, John Kent, being aged up. You know, I love the dynamic he had. But the story has actually been really good about the torture he has endured when he was away in space, being imprisoned and all that, and pretty much encountering evil versions of his mom and dad from another timeline or universe, or however you want to put it. But it's been really good. art's great on this. It's like Ivan Rees. Ivan Rees. I don't know how you say his name. That's the thing when you're a comic book artist. You can be super successful, but your readers still don't know how to say your name. Alright, next we have Batman number 71. I'm surprised this is a Joe cover. This is the variant. This looks very much like his style, but the Batman really doesn't look like his style to me. I don't know if it's maybe the colorist on this or what, but it seems very dark, and his stuff you can see, and he's put in like his current style where he's doing a lot of the cross hatching on here. But it just, I don't know what it is about it, but it doesn't look like his at first glance. This does, but it's colored darker, so that's my nitpick of the cover, I guess. So, previous arc is over, which was the nightmare sequence. This next sequence is the fall and the fallen here. It's just Batman living out his existence, I guess. He seems just very out of it, mentally drained after what he just went through. And then the next arc is City of Bane. So, I'm assuming, mentally he's breaking here, and Bane will physically break him again. But that's just a guess. But we have Mikael Yannon back on the art, which I enjoy his style a lot. I think they have a couple different artists on this one too. Yeah. George Fornes. The heavier ink here. That's the other artist, I believe. This will be interesting too. This hasn't come out yet. A mature rated Snyder and Capullo story. But yeah, see with Yannon, you have the more fine line details. And I guess he does like digital backgrounds and things like that, but it's fine. This style here reminds me a little bit of Musichelli's, the Year One Batman artist. Only I think the ink might be a little thicker, but that's what it reminds me of. Alright, that's all my single issues, but I have a couple other things to show off. So at my half price, I found Cardboard by Doug DeNaples. This is one of his scholastic books. I haven't read this yet. I've heard of this though, so I'm excited to check it out. And yeah, I backed and received my Bigfoot bill. Doug currently has a campaign going for finally he is able to put out his story of Earthworm Jim as a graphic novel. And it's gonna be tremendous. He's gonna start working on it, live streaming progress and showing off things in June. Right now he's focusing on raising the funds for it. But soon he's gonna start showing the daily progress with us. He's gonna go on vacation to Florida, I believe. in a little while here. But starting in June, he will be streaming the progress of the book. And yeah, it'll be the first part of it, so it's gonna be, I believe, he said there's gonna be 5 books total for Earthworm Jim, but it is 160 pages hardback. And, he's gonna try to, have it where it's a deluxe premium format book, like how Bigfoot Bill was. Depending on funds generated, of course. But I believe he'll do it. He's already at close to 200,000. He's real close. And he's got tons of things. He's got neat artist prints. He has an artist print by the original guy who did the cartridge art for Earthworm Jim 1 and 2. I think and then there's an art book too for the making of, and the cover for that book is the same as the art print, and then there's 2 others, but I know that's the big draw is him. I can't remember his name though, but very excited about that, so go check it out if you're a big Earthworm Jim fan, or a big Doug TenNapel fan. Yeah, he's put out like 18 graphic novels, so I'm slowly trying to find and get them all. And then I found Bad Island by him as well. So yeah, these are nice, but the main thing, they're so, they're little. And with his campaign, it's a big, like 8 by, what is it? I don't know the dimensions, but it's definitely larger. I forget, but yeah, the dimensions are bigger. It's not quite, what is it? Maybe it's, I don't know, but it's bigger. It's a bigger book for sure. So it's definitely worth it, and you get to see, the art in a premium format. That's the thing, he really sells the experience. This is about rewarding those that are faithful to wanting to see the story he's willing to create at the behest of his fans. So really cool. And yeah, I haven't read this either, but I know the other big one he's known for is Ghostopolis here. He's done others too. There's Creature Tech. There's Newt. Monster Zoo. I can't think of them all, but like I said, there's 18 of them. If you do a quick, Wikipedia, Google search or whatever, you'll see a list of all of his books he's done. So, and I'm surprised because I didn't know he'd done all that, so it's fun to go back and try to find everything. And then I got this in the mail yesterday. The Game Informer promoting the Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. This is a Nintendo Switch exclusive game. It is due out July 19th. I played the first one. It was one of the launch titles for the original Nintendo Wii. Thing to note here too, Team Ninja is working on this game. The most notable thing I can think, I believe they worked on Disney Infinity 2.0 and 3.0. So I'm expecting, kind of similar combat elements. They're very much into physics in their games, so the combat just really feels natural and fluid. And yeah, this is 4 or 5 page blur. If you go into GameStop, they should have this issue. So if you're not subscribed to these, you can start with that or pick up a single issue. And then here's their current roster. We have Black Panther, Black Widow, Captain America, Captain Marvel, Crystal, which I have no clue who that is, Daredevil, Deadpool, Doctor Strange, Drax, Falcon, Gamora, Hawkeye, Hulk, Iron Man, Miles Morales, Miss Marvel, Nightcrawler, Rocket and Groot, Scarlet Witch, Spider-Gwen, Spider-Man, Star-Lord, Storm, Thor, Venom, Wasp, and Wolverine. And it will probably grow too, but that's just what they've officially announced. And if you've never played any of these, it's pretty much like a dungeon crawler type of experience. You have a team and you slowly level up your team, and it's like skill tree type stuff, and you can see Spider-Man here is doing, I think it's like a full like screen kill thing. Whenever you are at full power, you can do like a big screen filling attacks. I think that's what this is here. That's how it was in the original one I played. I never played the second one though, so. But definitely interested in that. But I don't have a Switch yet. But if you have one, check it out. It's coming real soon. Alright, I guess that's gonna do it for now. I'm gonna make some sounds because I haven't done a sound finale in a little while, so I'll do that for you all. But if you're not into that, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought. Share this out. Let's grow this channel. Thank you so much, and have a super slumber.